All right, guys, I hope you are ready because the stroking continues. Yes, the OG alternative rock band, the one that set it off pretty much for everybody else. Arctic Monkeys, The Killers, I don't know who else, everybody else. Room on Fire. And by the way, these motherfuckers, they only have like 6 records out. We're only on the second one, so it's kind of scary to think that we are like a third through with their entire discography. I mean, bro, it's like 20 years old, this album. But we will, of course, give it a listen. I'm very excited to see what they created, how they continue to influence the scene. Whatever Happens is the first track. And we're going to give it a listen. Let's go. I'm going to prepare for some catchy melodies, some OG garage band feeling. Going to high school on a skateboard. It's very interesting because it's a super compressed sound in a way. Okay, we reached a new level with some deeper drums. By the way, I can just say this for every Strokes album that we had so far. Again, it's making me feel nostalgic about a time where I wasn't even like, I couldn't even fucking think yet. But there's just something nostalgic about the sound. I'm wondering if people are going to feel this nostalgic about the early 2000s, you know, the way people felt nostalgic about the 80s. It's just another Strokes album. For now, what can I tell you? We're back in it. Reptilia. Reptilia? What the fuck? Oh shit. Okay, good melody, good melody.
I was afraid that you would not.
okay? Slowly building. To be fair, can I just say it's kind of interesting because, like, it's the second album of theirs. But all I can tell you, considering that they're also the first ones to start it, it's very original and it's very iconic nowadays. Looking back, I think I said similar stuff on the first one, the first album of theirs we reacted to, but it's just so unique in a way. Because nowadays, of course, the bands I know, going back, I think, very original, very nice. But then you guys also told me that they were like the fucking first ones to do it. So looking at this and knowing that this album even came out before an Arctic Monkeys or a whatever else band even was a thing, it's very fucking impressive. Because they just decided, you know what? Let's fucking create our own sound that people will refer to and future bands will build up on. I think it just captures this careless feeling, you know, of being a young adult. I'm just wondering, what is a show of theirs? Like, what does it look like? Because the first album was pretty short, and this album was also pretty short. I mean, did they just, especially back in the day when you only had 1 or 2 albums out, did you just play like for an hour and then say, we're running out of songs, peace, y'all? Or do they just go and, I have no clue. I mean, we will check out the music videos later, but what do you do in that moment? I don't know. Automatic stop. By the way, what is this album cover? I didn't take a proper look at it. Kind of like a Russian roulette theme, you know, you have this rounded thing at the bottom, the wheel. We also got the 2 pistols and then the different symbols from a card deck. I don't know, man, maybe the casino's on fire. I mean, it sure is when I'm there, because I set it on fire the moment that I lose, and then in all of the distraction, I'm trying to steal my money back. It ain't stealing if it's been stolen before. Don't take my advice, by the way. Don't listen to me. So many fish, they're in the sea. I wanted you. By the way, I'm just noticing right now, I'm sorry for pausing, but the guitars that they're using and the way it sounds, it's, for me, now I have something to compare it to. It's almost a little bit the Beach Boys, which is why it's a very like beachy sound, you know? These sort of cut off guitars. man. Take me back to those days. Fucking careless teenager. Just, I don't know, in some suburban area, you know, not wealthy, but definitely like middle class. House parties. I know I'm fucking repeating myself over and over again, but can we just appreciate the sound that they created? I don't know if it's because like I was born around this time, you know, not before it. So in a way, most of the movies that I watched as a child would have this sort of music with it. But for me, the fact like this sound that they've created, brother, if I think about my childhood, this music comes up. And I'm not even, you know, like that. I don't even know what I listened to back in the day. Like they managed to kind of capture this feeling in sound. I think I'll go as far and say that the Strokes are kind of to 2000s kids what Nirvana was to the 90s, you know? Not musically similar in any way, but the importance of them. Yeah, already the ending. Yo. Hey, let me catch up. 12:51. And to be fair, I mean, now that I look at these different, it's not the cover, but technically it is, these different images that they're using here on Genius, maybe it's like a cover for the single or some. I can see how bands such as The Killers may have been inspired by this art style too. You know what I mean? Kind of looks like I don't know, but it's definitely a full package. You know, it's not just the music, it's the aesthetic. We would see the music videos. Bro, take me back when rock was just two chords back and forth. Hey, the song isn't 12 minutes and 51 seconds. can I just say, I mean, I'm going to take about a couple of seconds, don't worry. But the fact, I'm just noticing it right now. Like, we are literally just pulling the most essential parts of a band. We're pulling guitar, of course, bass, and then drums. So at that point, you got to get creative, you know, because if you think about other rock bands, you know, especially from the 80s and stuff, when they would bring in, like, I don't know, like a piano or something grander for certain songs or synths or something, you kind of had more variety. But this is just like rock at its core right now, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. And compared with these kind of compression that he has on his vocals, Julianne could low-key be like the fucking Kings or something from back in the day. You like this, bro? Listening to this. Sadly, in 2003, I wasn't doing much apart from shitting my pants. So nothing much has changed in the past 20 years or 20 something years. However, back in the day, dude, if they don't even get me started. If I would have been not even a teenager, like 12, you know, preteen, give me this stuff. Suburban area, riding on your bicycle, I would have pulled this. I would have listened to this. I would have. I only remember back in the day, we got to check them out too. My friend had, oh my God, I think it was American Idiot or something on his iPod. And we would listen to this, and that was kind of like my introduction to them. But I only have heard like, I don't know, 5 songs or something of theirs. And that was, of course, also Green Day, a similar band, you know, like this. Oh my God, you know, we are young, we are rascals. So, but this right here, dude, I would have played this up and down. You talk way too, dude. I do. I zip it. I'm deliberately not speaking. By the way, can I just, is it only me or does this sound very differently mixed from the previous track? Like, I don't know why, but for some reason it's super, I don't know how to say it. At first I thought, okay, like do you have some pressure on my ears or why does it sound so different out of a sudden? be told, you're gonna call me crazy now. The way that they're making music is almost a little similar to a modern version of the Beatles. I mean, this, like, bro, this fucking part right here and the melody. This could easily have been a part by the Beatles. And what I meant is just generally, you know, you have like simple, straightforward song structures. We already talked about the instruments as well. It's like some early Beatles stuff, no? Am I the only one? You know, it's like very straightforward. It's very classic in a way, you know, like just classic, bam, 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 bam. The melodies too, the topics as well. It's like a modern version of the Beatles almost. I mean, that's just my 2 cents there. But I would say between love and hate, if the Beatles would have been born a bit later and started making music in the 2000s, it pretty much would have been this, no? Maybe I'm super off, but that's just kind of like a feeling that I get. Maybe that's also why it makes you feel weirdly nostalgic about the 2000s, but the Beatles also make you feel nostalgic. I told you on the first song we're going to high school again. Oh shit, but wait. Check this out. Is he Germany? My case stands. My case is building even more. If you're trying to tell me that this couldn't have been Paul McCartney right now. Like, come on, bro, please. I'm really off the right track right now, or this easily could have been a Paul McCartney guitar solo, right? Please, like, somebody confirm in the comments. Tell me, yes, Timo, you're not just crazy. You're actually pretty fucking right. I can just tell you, I wish that you and Casablancas, or the Strokes altogether, at some point start kind of ditching this microphone filter they're using. because I was just thinking, I mean, we had it on the previous album too, but I was just thinking if I imagine, or not if I imagine, I mean, we literally, or I personally have heard it on Random Access Memories. He has a good voice, you know, and we are limiting him right now. I mean, it's a choice. We make this choice. It's supposed to be Meet Me in the Bathroom. Maybe that's also why it just sounds like a blurred memory or something, because his vocals are always a bit limited. But I hope that at some point they decide, you know what, fuck it. Daft Punk was right. Julian, we don't need the vocal filter anymore. We're gonna let you roll with it. But first, we're going to meet him in the bathroom. Understall. Glory hole action. By the way, just so you know, I always press play right now. The first 5 seconds, yet again, they are always quiet. I don't know, maybe something is wrong with me, but the first seconds are always nothing. Okay. I thought the uncle said this. I was going to advise Julian, don't go in there. Chord progression so good, we had to play it twice. Bro, he's like, how old was Julian? He was a kid, already heartbroken. To be fair, I mean, haven't we all been there as children, you know, like, they're not children, but young adults thinking, oh, you know, you figured it out. I mean, to be fair, if some fucking 14-year-old tells me that they're in a relationship, I would tell them, I mean, I wouldn't tell them to their face because they couldn't handle the truth, but I would think a brother in Christ. No, you're not. But to each their own. Back when you're a child, that's important, you know? Thinking these things. Can I just say, I think this pre-chorus is my favorite part. Fucking nice song. What can I tell you? I mean, okay, of course, like the lyrics, it's a bit sad, but apart from that, the sound is very nice. And this, I know they're putting it as the chorus, but it kind of felt like a pre-chorus and then a post-chorus more so, or like a pre-chorus and a main chorus, you know, when the instruments started setting in. Dude, They know what they're doing. They know when they have a good chord, you know, under control. Hell yeah, man. They got everything under control. And again, 3, 4 seconds quiet, 5 seconds, 6. Found the perfect word to describe the Strokes and what they managed to do. They managed to capture the fucking zeitgeist of the early 2000s like nobody else managed to do. They did it. They just took everything, put it in a bottle, and said, this is it, without even needing to like reference many things, you know, like without needing to reference, I don't know, technological advantages or whatever the fuck, 9/11, I don't know. They didn't need to do this. They were just kind of like this feeling, you know, that you had back in the day. Smartphones weren't a thing yet, you know, you're just like going around, being silly, being fake deep. And I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm not sure if Tumblr was a thing back then already, but Tumblr girls would have eaten this up, yo. They would have said, yeah, that's my man, Julian. Would have made crazy numbers. It's kind of nice to imagine, you know, back in the day, you would actually need to go to the store, buy the CD, the cassette, put it in your player. Who am I kidding? Like 2003, people were sailing the seas, Napster was a thing. To be fair, I do understand Tyler the Creator's point of view, you know, when he said, hey, I don't want my music to release on a Thursday night because people are just going to listen to it like at a party or something, and then they're going to skip songs. And I think back in the day, at least in my imagination, you know, you would drive to the store, get the CD, get the cassette, whatever. On the drive home, put it in already. You need to listen to it immediately, you know, like maybe you take your time to go home and pick out some recorder first, but you would listen to it and then you would just listen to it again. And I know back then you paid for it, so you're not skipping a single fucking track on the first, second, or third listen. You don't. And nowadays with streaming, I think I don't want to say it's boring, but you already know the songs before they come out, more or less. You know, either they get leaked, it's like 4 singles per album, everybody knows every song. And then you're just kind of like skipping through the album, and the moment you see or hear a part of a song that you dislike or it doesn't satisfy your TikTok as ADHD brain, you just skip to the next track. It's kind of sad. Like it's not as intentional and not as like you're not there as much anymore when you listen to music nowadays. I mean, I am, of course, here with you guys doing this, but usually, if I think about it, you know, a new album comes out, and before I started a YouTube, I would sometimes do this too, for sure. I mean, nowadays I do it when I listen to like old albums more so, because I don't know that nobody's gonna, or like I'm not gonna do a video for this. So sometimes I cut through them when I notice a song is not really rubbing me the right way. But it didn't used to be that way. And it's kind of like nice to go back to that time, sort of, in a way, mentally. I don't know. The way it is, the next track. That's the way it was. Nowadays it's different. Okay. We gotta change the mood from nostalgic, almost sad, to energy. Bro, this is so Beatles. Okay. Usually the drummer just been playing the snares most of the time. We discovered the drums. Although in this scenario right there, you know, it would have been nice to kind of not have this lo-fi filter or this lo-fi mix that they're doing, because then they would have had a like way stronger impact. I mean, it kind of sounds like, I don't know, 32 bits. You know, it's not like 8 bits, not 16 bits. It's kind of like 32 bits, a bit higher than that. It's not. By the way, maybe to explain, when I compare it to the Beatles, I remember an interview of Paul McCartney once where he just said, yeah, you know, when we didn't really know about what to talk in our songs, we were just like, oh, he loves her, she loves him, and then there's like some sort of problem. And that just always works, has no end, especially for young people. I see some of that in here. By the way, it sounds like we don't have any compression on this one. A very full sound. As I like to say, everything has an end apart from sausage that has two ends. Can I just say the second guitar that's going, you know, like just up and down the scale. A little Radiohead, come on, a Radiohead album could I easily have that. Just a bit more slowed down. Velvet Underground, yeah, I was gonna say. I haven't listened to them, but I know that the Velvet Underground, the Kings, that was this time. It's kind of funny to think if you would have played this, you know, because like Velvet Underground, the Kings, etc., they were very, you know, they kind of created punk and very frowned upon by the older generation, the Beatles too. So it's kind of funny because if you listen to this nowadays from a 2025 perspective, and you know what has happened before, you know, like the sort of music and how punk overall evolved, all sorts of different things. And it's relatively tame, is relatively calm, you know, compared to lots of other music out there. But if you would have played this stuff right here in the 1960s, people would have said, oh my God, this is like the devil's music. This is, wow. People were fucking stupid. But yeah, it's kind of funny, you know, to see how the expectation, or not the expectation, but your standards or your point of reference grew over the decades. And nowadays you would say, oh, this is like very chill, you know, very calm, the Beatles too. But back then it was outrageous music and people were fucking, I remember in the United States, like burning Beatles flags or Beatles albums and stuff after they said like, oh, we're more popular than Jesus or some shit, which arguably is not even that wrong back in the day, you know. I think that's just a very Western perspective to say, oh, Jesus, I can't win. We're at the casino. Yeah. Brother, from track to track, the gap before the song gets longer. Now it's been 7 seconds.
Try
this song. I told you, careless. That's the mood we're in. Not a single worry in the world. It's already over. Dude, I mean, I appreciate, like we're never drawing anything out too far, but this was a very, very sudden end. And I wasn't ready yet for this to end. Julian, my guy. And this fucking crazy thought, like the next album we will listen to, it's already the halfway mark of their entire discography. Oh shit, they released something in 2020. Interesting. Wait, when was it in 2020? April 10th. I'm very, I mean, maybe because like last thing we listened to was Arctic Monkeys and the most modern version from the 2020s of what their sound has evolved to. This will be very interesting. I mean, I'm going to expect the first three albums to be sort of close together because a first impression of Earth, the next one, it's 2 years or 3 years after this one right here. And then there's a big gap until 2011 and then they continued. Interesting. What were they up to? String Casablanca is like doing some other things, by the way, as a solo artist. I mean, I only know the Daft Punk thing that he did. Yeah, that seems to have been it, apart from a album in 2009 that he did by himself for whatever reason. But it didn't seem to have landed well. At least it doesn't have many listens. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Dude, does he have like another band, The thing Alex Turner had from Arctic Monkeys with the Last Shadow Puppets. I don't know, but you will tell me in the comments, and I'm very grateful for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sadly, it's going to end here. I mean, it's a very sudden end by the album, so I don't really know how to take this. Like, I would just want to continue right now. But I will. I mean, we will listen or watch rather the music videos, see what the visual aesthetic was like. Sadly, we will not be allowed to, brother, what? See the Strokes live, get tickets as low as $240? Nah, $240. I know inflation and stuff, but $240, it's that's too much, yo. For concert tickets. Anyways, yeah, sadly we will not be allowed to post any of this on YouTube. So if you want to join, link in the description, and I'll see you there. Goodbye.